G'day and welcome to Sunstate Metal Detecting. Thanks for joining us for another metal detecting treasure adventure down on the beach. As you can see, it's late afternoon. The sun is well and truly on its way down, and I've decided to tackle a beach that's more popular these days than it has been in the past. I'm not really expecting much old stuff here, but maybe some newer stuff, hopefully some coins and whatnot. We'll get underway, and I imagine soon enough we'll be working under lights. I'll see you at the first signal. It's got a ribbed edge. It could be on, yeah, it's a pre-decimal. You might remember last time we were out we found one of these. This is just on the surface. I already know what it is by looking at it from this side. And I've just set myself on the sand. Oh well, that'll do. Okay, got a nice little response. 3332, really tight dot. Okay. Just over here. Oh, what do we got there? Not sure. Could be a grommet off a tarp or something like that. Looks old. Anyway, we'll continue on. I've got another very similar sort of tone here. 2930. Doesn't sound overly deep. Same in and out of the hole. Where is it? Down here somewhere. Ah, yeah, it's an old pull tab. All right, moving along. Right, well, it's been pretty well all junk so far, but we'll give this one a shot. Right on the surface. Yeah. Very close to the surface. And it's a carabiner. That one's been in there a little while. The question though, does it work? Oh, barely. Yeah, chuck it in the pocket, we'll carry on. Alright, just sampling a few different locations along the beach to see where the new stuff is, where the old stuff is, all that sort of jazz. And we're pretty well, yeah, mid-beach. And where are we? Bit jumpy, but it's a low tone. Let's give it a shot. Triple bouncing, which is interesting as well. Yep, we've got it just off the surface. Let's take a couple of scoops out and see if we're... Yep, just in here somewhere, I think. What did I just see there? Unfortunately this time it's just can slaw. But I can tell that that's old can slaw because it's got the old please recycle message. Oops, printed in the... impressed into the metal. Alright, got a fairly decent response here. It's large, so it could be a can, but I'm going to give it a go. Let's have a look. It's not a can. It's smoking pong. Yes, drug paraphernalia. Right. Very well. At least that's one thing off the beach. Carry on. Right, got another nice sounding tone. It's another larger object, so don't know. Let's find out. Firmly in the 70s. Now that could be a can. Let's see. Is it, actually, yep, I see something here. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. A Canadian club can. That is now a lot flatter than it was when it had some drink in it. Alright, we'll get that off the beach. At least that'll stop that from turning into a million little pieces. We'll carry on. Right, we're just near an erosion cut high up on the beach here. Target somewhere in the 70s. Now, I'm pretty sure this is going to be a larger target, so it very well could just be part of a can. But, you know, it's worth a go just in case it's something else. Oops. Something's just popped out of the ground here. It's an old spirits lid. Yeah. Blast. They sound so good. Oh well, moving on. Alright. I think this will be our last one. Digging under daylight, or what's left of it. From here on we'll be under lights. Nice little tone low down. In the low 60s. So this has the potential to be a coin, although it could also be a sort of a medium-sized sinker as well. Or a piece of a can, or any other number of objects. In the 70s now we're out. Goodness. Don't mind that at all. So I might even pop the light on here just while we're getting the final reveal. Where is it? It's whatever this is. It's unusual because it's light, but it's actually, it might be painted aluminium. Just a shard off something that's broken. Yeah, what a shame. That gave such a good signal. Oh well, we'll keep moving. Okay, we're near an outcrop of rocks here. An awful lot of iron tones in this area, so obviously this is sort of working as like a bit of a catchment as things are eroding down towards the sea. This is catching a lot of that stuff. Got a little signal here between these two rocks. It's got a 50 up to the mid 50s generally. Let's see. Where is it? Let's make sure my sensitivity is all the way up. Now I'm just going to recalibrate this in the water. We'll get our little sharper shovel out. Yep, might be underneath. Have I got a coin there? Yeah, that's a coin, guys. Oh, goodness me. All right. It's got a ribbed edge. Oh, we could be on yeah, it's a pre-decimal. It's a sixpence, I think. 56. Hot damn. Yeah. Definitely well, I mean, it could be a foreign coin, but I can just make out, just up here, there's a little dotted edge. So yeah, that's going to be a sixpence just out of the rocks here, I reckon. We'll clean that up at home and we'll get a date for that. I think I'm going to have to explore this area a little more carefully. Good that was a worthwhile dig. Right, still on the rocks. Just where my finger is on camera there, that's where the sixpence came from. And then just down here, absolutely massive signal up in the 90s. Hell, we have to give that a go. Right, now let's see. Now I'm just going to retune this. There we go. Yep, so we're not far off it. Whatever it is. Not far off it at all. Now, of course, this could just be some aluminium or something like that. Or, like I can see there, a ball sinker. Now, a ball sinker like that wouldn't ring up in the 90s. No way. So, we need to grab our detector and have another little wave. Signals everywhere here. I'll do a little bit of investigation and I'll get back to you with what I find. Alright, I found the source of our second signal there, and it is the remains of a bullet casing. Quite an old one actually. Not sure what caliber. Still, it's smaller than the usual 303s we get. Maybe a little bit too big for a 22, but yeah, maybe somewhere in between. Still, it's an older find, which is hopeful. So I'm going to sort of slow down and work this area a little bit more carefully and see what other older finds there are. These rocks are doing all sorts of funny things to these signals. Sounds real jump in that direction, but if I step up over here and turn 90 degrees, there is, sounds like there's something in there. There's just so many targets in a very, very tight cluster here. What I'm going to do is, because this is going to be a bit awkward working, I'm going to start picking the targets out and I'll share them with you at the end. Well, this one's going to be a real puzzle. This was wedged. Like you'll see, you may be able to see that the rocks here are sort of, they're running in a certain direction. And there's cracks that run perpendicular to each other. And I've got this. It could be a shilling. It's about shilling sized, but it's very, very light and it's very, very thin. And it was wedged right between a couple of these rocks. And what number are we? 58. I don't know about that. I can't make out any detail on either side. I mean, it could just as well be a round disc of aluminium, but I don't know really what that would have come from. So what I'll do when I get home is I'll compare that against another shilling, and we'll just see if maybe that is a 95 shilling that's been worn down over the years by the flow of the waves over these rocks. Into the treasures pocket, and we'll continue on. Alright, here's another one to try. Sort of floating around a 60. Let's put the Manticore up there, and we'll use our pinpointer just to see if it's near the surface. Now it's going to retune this. There we go. Yes, in here somewhere. Let's just bring a bit of this sand back. Yep, we're on it. Oh, we're out. Oh, you're joking. It's another pre-decimal. No, it's not. Oh, that grey cover had me fooled. It's $2. Ooh, that one's been in there just a hot minute. Okay. So the Manticore is actually doing a pretty impressive job of picking these signals out. So, well, the going's good. Let's keep going. Oh boy, this area is just so thick of targets. I'm having to leave a lot of them behind because I just can't quite pinpoint where they are. So I think this is probably one of those situations we'll come back at some point in the future with the M8 sniper coil, and then we'll have another good search through the rocks to see what other older treasures there are here. In the meantime though, we have got another signal here that I have been able to pinpoint. Around a 60, just in that general vicinity there. Let's see what the pinpointer has to say about that. This is where the pulse dive really came into its own, but unfortunately I dropped that. Oh, that's our target. Whatever it is, it's got a nasty, nasty spike on the end there. Oh dear. So, it's a great big nail. Yeah, that's a humongous nail. Gonna have to be careful of that spike though. I'm just going to dull that. Well, I attempted to dull it and failed. Yeah, just so I don't go and stab myself, because that is going to hurt. Alright, well that explains that. Let's get this filled in and move on. Right, back up the top of the beach. Bit of a weird one. I'm thinking probably a can. But whenever you're dealing with anything close to 90, you sort of just have to give it a go, just on the off chance. That'll be our object. That's going to be a big old padlock. Abus, yeah. There you go. Well, that definitely explains that signal. Right, let's keep moving. Well, this is a fairly familiar tone. Have we got a 5-cent piece? Could be. Could just as well be more aluminium now that we're back up on the beach. No, where are we? Down here somewhere. Oh, you're kidding, it's an old button, I think. It's something written on it. The middle's obviously rusted out, but there is definitely something along that edge. Actually, something all the way around. So I think that could just be a very, very worn old button. We'll pop that in the treasures pocket. We'll clean it and we'll see what those words say a bit later on. Right, another nice strong little tone up here. Mid to high 70s. Sounds shallow. Probably just here somewhere, I reckon. Right on it. Yep, is it a can? That's another mobile phone. Yeah, a mobile phone that's seen better days. This one still has a SIM card in it though. Screen's missing, but the rest of it's there. Right, in the junk bag, and we'll keep moving along. Right, I've moved down the beach just a smidgen, just so I get away from the evident patch of lighter finds, and I've got this sketchy one here. Interesting. Right. Gee, I just saw something then. Yeah. Yet another ring pull. Okay, moving on. Right, going to give this one a go. It's a little bit too high to be a ring pull, but could just as well be junk, especially given the shape it's drawing. You notice instead of a nice little dot, it's a, might be hard to see, it's a bit of a line, a bit of a blob. But you never know. You never know. $49.50. That's halfpenny numbers. I don't think it's a halfpenny, but it's a key. Yeah, big old key. Oh, it's a local locksmith brand. Yeah, alright. It's got some sort of serial number, so yeah, alright. Pop that one in the pocket and we'll move on. Right, got a little target here next to this old campfire. It's a very scattered sort of tone. Not sure what it would be. Probably a can, or a melted piece of a can, to be more precise. Yeah, that doesn't work, does it? Let's try that again. There's... Still in there. I think we're going to have to pinpoint this one. Over here. There it is. It's a tea light candle. Right. In the junk pocket. And we'll move on. You might remember last time we were out we found one of these. This is just on the surface. I already know what it is by looking at it from this side. It's another one of these bone plates. See, we've got the yeah, evidently the rib. This one still has a little bit of flesh attached, but it certainly does look like a sea turtle shell. So I'd hazard a guess that's probably what it was from. Yeah, there you have it. Let's keep moving. All right, we've got another nice little tone here. Floating around the mid-40s. More or less the same out of the hole as well. And I've just set myself on the sand. Oh well, that'll do. How fun. Okay, so we're just in here somewhere. I see a ball sinker in the junk pocket. And we'll keep moving. I don't think we're going to be able to get too much further down the beach tonight because the tide is coming in really quick, and I'm near like a creek, and at high tide I'd get cut off. So I think what I'll do is finish up on the beach down here. I'll go and put the sand equipment away in the car, and then we might try a little bit of work on the beach, in the park just above the beach. All right, I'll finish up. We'll see what else we can find. All right, maybe this will be our first coin. 60, 61, 62. Right near the surface by the sounds of that. Yeah, right on the surface. What do I see there? Oh no, it's not a coin. It's part of a key ring or a dog leash. All right, moving on. Okay, this is a fairly nice little tone. Sounds fairly shallow too. In the 70s. So that would typically be too high for any coins. Let's see. There. Actually, I see a little tiny ring of copper. I'm going to guess that's maybe like an offcut from some plumbing. It's obviously way too small to be a ring of any description. But that will definitely explain that sort of signal. Let's move on. Right, this is a surface find. Well, just marginally buried. 63.64. Sounds like a dollar coin. But when we get down, we've got what appears to be the sleeve off an iPhone charger. igear.com.au. There you go. Alright, let's keep moving. Alright, I think this is going to be our last find here. The park has been surprisingly fairly empty of finds, so I wonder whether someone's been through recently and picked out all the nice easy coins. But we do have a surface find here, which is actually probably the most useful find of the day. Iron and a bit of non-ferrous, and it's a air conditioning vent phone mount. Very handy. I'll pop that into the pocket with the rest of my treasures, and I may even end up using that. I'm just going to do the last little bit before I reach the car, and yeah, we'll see if anything else is found. If not, thanks for watching, and as always, if you enjoyed, hit like. If you want to see more like this, we release a video every week, so if you do want to see those, hit subscribe, and we'll see you next week. In the meantime, if you want to catch up, we've got a few shorts that are released throughout the week. Until next time, stay safe and happy hunting.